What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, just very quickly, before we go ahead and get into the commentary today, am I going crazy, or is Shipment this time around actually pretty enjoyable? With Modern Warfare 2019, it was always Shoot House over Shipment, but this year around with Modern Warfare 2, it is 110% Shipment over Shoot House. I still personally really enjoy the theme of this map, very dark and gloomy, the rain going on, the color palette of this map. I think it's really good this time around. But not just that, just the flow of the map. I don't know if it's because the boxes are more, it feels like they're distanced apart a little bit more, but it feels like it's more room, a little bit more flow, and it's not as chaotic as it usually is. I can actually navigate the map a little bit more strategically. Crazy as that is, because, small maps aren't really known for being the most fast-paced of the fast-paced unless you're versing some bots. But here, even when I'm versing very competitive players, I can still kind of navigate and play the map in ways that I don't think I ever played like before. But enough with all that. Let's go ahead and get into the topic of today's video, and why I personally think that Activision is just basically at this point going to kill off the whole Call of Duty franchise. As you can see right here on the screen, Charlie Intel posted a tweet saying, Activision and Caltech are teaming up to build AI to detect and combat online toxic behavior in games. And in the article, it goes a little bit more into detail. It says, whether it is trolling, racism, sexism, doxing, or just general harassment, the internet has a bad behavior problem. Researchers from Caltech and Activision Publishing, a video game publisher, are working together to bring their combined expertise to address this behavior in video games. Because this kind of toxic behavior makes the internet an unpleasant place to be, there has been many attempts over the years to make sure people behave themselves online. In the earlier days of the internet, websites often relied on moderators, volunteers, or staff who were trained to keep discussions and content civil and appropriate. But as the internet continued to grow and harmful behaviors became more extreme, it became apparent that moderators need better tools at their disposal. Increasingly, the online world is moving towards automated moderation tools that can identify abusive words and behavior without the need for human intervention. Now, two researchers from Caltech, one an expert in artificial intelligence, and the other a political scientist, are teaming up with Activision on a 2-year research project that aims to create an AI that can detect abusive online behavior and help the company support and moderation teams to combat it. Now, I do want to go ahead and start this off by saying that, I do agree that certain things said on the internet shouldn't be said at all. Racism, sexism, doxing, all of the above. Obviously, we understand that this stuff is extremely wrong behavior. But leaving stuff like this in the hands of AI, in my opinion, is a awful decision, especially giving them pretty much full ban power over any individual's account. Keep in mind, these individuals are coughing up $70+ nowadays. These AI are going to have full control, basically, over if you did or did not say something in an online match of Call of Duty. I gotta be honest, for me personally, over time, I've grown some pretty thick skin. And I think a lot of online gamers have grown pretty thick skin. If you've been playing online games for as long as you can remember, you can take a punch or two. You can take an insult or two. Doesn't mean that these things should be said at all, but it doesn't faze you. They won't say it in real life. Nobody ever would. So when it happens in online video games, it's like, okay, whatever, this kid is just, he's trying to get attention or something, right? Nobody really is fazed too much by these activities, and simply you can just mute all. There's definitely commands over there for parents out there who will allow their kids to play these games that you can permanently mute everybody, whether it's party chats or even in-game chats. There's ways around all of this stuff right here, but Activision wants to go ahead and take, obviously, full control over the situation and now put it in the hands of AI, where they're going to be dictating if we say or if we don't say something in the games that we're playing. And we already see this current date. Have you been banned out of, actually using in-game chat in Modern Warfare 2? Because I have, tons of my friends have, tons of people who tune into my live streams have. It just happens so frequently. You won't even use your open mic. You can have your mic completely disabled, which I do while I'm in streams. And it still just out of nowhere randomly detects that you said something bad, and now you're banned from chatting altogether. It's a horrible system. Now, of course, this can be polished off, but that's just an example of, how flawed this actually can be. Look at the skill-based matchmaking system. For the love of God, it is the most strict system in the whole universe. And if they want to put this much time into it, because they said that they're going to be putting 2 probably plus years into the production of building this AI, If they're really going to put that much time into it, they're going to try to perfect it to a certain degree. Obviously, just like the skill-based matchmaking, it's faulty. But if they keep perfecting it, it could be the most strict system in the whole universe, to the point where even if you say, the F word, which I can't say, obviously, on YouTube, or, the S, all this other stuff, that's not racist or not sexist, just regular curse words, it's probably going to end up detecting it and saying that, you are saying very bad stuff in game, and it's going to end up banning you. And keep this in mind, this is in a game that is a rated M. One, kids should not even be playing this game in the first place, and if they are, their parents are smart enough to know that it is a rated M game. They are going to be playing with adults, so when they do play it, they have to go ahead and make sure they use the mute features and do a little research. You can't just blindly allow your kid to hop on this game and expect everything to go A-okay. And two, the rest of us are adults. Again, hearing stuff like this, you don't have to protect us from this stuff, okay? We are grown adults. None of us are going to get, hopefully none of us are going to get drastically triggered over these things. Again, a kid, I can understand wanting to shield them off from hearing these things. And a rated E game or a rated T game, yeah, I could see them trying to really enforce a system like this to avoid all costs of, these assholes coming to try to, completely ruin these kids out here. But in a rated M game, we don't need to be protected. I have to be real. And again, I don't want to say that this is a bad thing, because it is a good thing. I can see where they're trying to have good intentions with this whole overall system, but at the cost of how faulty all the systems that they implemented in Call of Duty already are, I don't think I want to take that chance. And I already hate the thought of people listening in on every conversation you ever say, or every text message, you send out there. The government can see absolutely everything. That already sketches me out enough. And it's already bad enough that stuff does happen. But I don't need a video game company, tracking absolutely everything I do as well. It's already bad enough, we're all being tracked out here. I don't need a game company, Activision, tracking me down to the very last detail. And, they're already doing that in the first place. But now they're building AI that is literally going to hear you word by word. It's going to be so intelligent that every sentence in every language, no matter how slow, how fast, how much slang you produce, it will be able to detect pretty much anything. They're going to be able to pretty much know word by word what you're saying for months on end, for your whole gaming career. They have all the knowledge they need now. This is just, it's creepy to me. It's creepy in my personal opinion. And once again, I can see where they're trying to have good intentions, but it just to me personally, it feels like they're pushing too far. And on top of all of this, in Call of Duty, people are getting falsely banned left and right. And it just recently came out that in Escape from Tarkov, there's actual mods. There are people who work to ban individuals who are cheating or hacking, who are abusing their power, and actually banning, individuals who might have just potentially killed them in game. And they're rage banning. They are actually rage banning. To see that in a game that massive, with that huge of a community, has individuals like that, I would not be shocked in any way, shape, or form that those people are the same way when it comes to COD. And if you accidentally, are just absolutely destroying a mod in any sort of way, they're going to give you the ban hammer. And guess what their brand new excuse is going to be? It was the AI. Before, it might have been a little bit easier to detect who that person is and get them the hell out of there and hire someone fresh who actually wants to do the job correctly. You know what I'm saying? But now they have the best excuse in the world, because AI, once again, like I said, is not flawless. It will always make mistakes. And Activision knows this. And also, guess what? The developers know this as well. So if there is an asshole dev out there who will use the ban hammer just because they are salty, trust me, the AI is going to be the perfect excuse for them to get away with absolutely anything. All in all, I'm stressed about this. I don't like it in any way, shape, or form. But again, I might just be going crazy. I would much rather see what you guys have to say down in the comment section. Whether you think this new AI is going to be a fantastic introduction, or, even if you think it's going to be the worst thing, please go down and leave them below. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. Bombers, I hate it. Leave a dislike. Also, for brand new, enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me? There's two ways to do so. I have Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch, with this in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you all next one. Peace out.